Welcome to the Week in Review for Module 4. Okay, so last week we did our Leadership Summit, if you will, where we looked at our fellow classmates' leadership presentations and then provided some feedback to them. I must say, you guys did a really good job in general. Many of you almost got perfect scores, and there were a few of you that did get perfect scores on that assignment. I could show that you really have a mastery of delivering those presentations online. There were some of you where I could offer you no feedback. I basically just said, you're doing whatever, it's perfect. Just do what you're doing and you'll be fine on the practicum presentation. A few of you, if you got some points off, make sure that you have gone back and looked at the feedback. I did a rubric where I provided feedback for you so you can see maybe areas for improvement. You may have also seen a lot of areas of improvement as you watched your fellow classmates and seen how they did things, kind of the good and the bad, and then you can apply those to the big practicum presentation, which brings us to this week. So this week we have the big practicum presentation that is due at Sunday, this Sunday before the module closes this week. There are a few of you who I've talked to that we've identified that did not participate in a normal practicum experience. Then you know who you are. We've already talked about it. And this is only open for a few of you that did not do the traditional practicum. There is an alternative out there for you to present. That was up last week. I referred to that. It was in the course news for last week, but again, just bringing that forward, making sure that you know that's out there for you. If you have any questions about that one for you alternative folks, please contact me. Okay, now for you regular folks who have done the normal practicum, all those hours working out there, again, your big presentation is due as well this Sunday at midnight. Again, go back to your feedback if you need it, polish up on it, review you've got those tutorials out there, if you remember, for PowerPoint, for how to use MoveNote. All of you did really well, I think, on the mechanics of MoveNote and getting it to work. I didn't get one text message on that Sunday night when you guys were putting them together, I imagine, some of you, putting them together on that final Sunday night, which is amazing. That normally, in a group of about 15 to 20, I usually get 2 or 3 text messages about some sort of little quirky thing that's going on. All of you did really, really great with that, so congratulations. Again, some of you need some improvement on delivery, so go back and look at the feedback offered for that. Hopefully that will make your final presentation just, absolutely wonderful, so please use that feedback. All right, so the big practicum presentation is due this week. Also, you'll have a knowledge summary. That's kind of the one-page summary. You'll read a kind of a peer-reviewed article about the healthcare system, and you'll provide in your own words what you gained from that in one page, and a summary of the main points as well. And then also this week we have a mini case study, and this case study will be on finance. This week the focus is on finance. If you notice the theme here, we're focusing every week on a different aspect that you learned throughout the program. So this week is finance, and it's kind of interesting. We got a Da Vinci robot case in there. So do your case studies. Most of you are doing very, very well in the case studies. So again, make sure if you aren't quite getting the grades you want on the case study, it's typically because you haven't supported your answers or really given a lot of depth or analysis to the situation. And you kind of know. I mean, if you're answering a question and in 2 or 3 sentences, you're probably not giving it the appropriate depth. Generally, you want to look at about a full paragraph for each of those case study questions that are in there. All right, so excellent. Now, the one thing we are getting rid of this week, and as I look at my notes, is we're getting rid of the discussion. Normally on the syllabus, we were slated for a discussion this week. As I was putting the module together, it was just way too much, so something had to give. So I'm getting rid of the discussion for this week so you can spend that time, again, working on that practicum presentation. And remember, I don't want to beat a dead horse here because I've talked to each one of you individually. But that practicum presentation has to contain 4 components. 3 of those components are directly themes, if not exactly word for word themes, coming out of the paper that you're doing for Dr. Watson. So use that draft for that paper. Hopefully you have a draft for her paper already set up. And then there is a 4th element, which is applications to your professional and personal development that you'll add to it. So you'll have those 4 themes. Each one of those themes or topics are going to be covered by 2 slides, and that gives you 8 slides. So again, this is all in the, you'll find all of this in the major assignments tab, or also in the module for this week under the practicum presentation. Okay. So that pretty much concludes it for this week. And it's going to be even though we only have 3 things due, I know it's a lot of work. So please try to get started early this week. Also, if you have any problems or questions, contact me early this week. I may not have communication, i.e. my cell phone may not be available for me all on late Saturday or probably all day Sunday. So if you need to get a hold of me by cell, text message, best to do it early Saturday if you need help over the weekend. But if you can, try to get it all done so you can at least enjoy your weekend a little bit. And then lastly, what we will be doing for weeks 5 and 6 will be somewhat similar to what you did this week, or what you did last week, which is you will view, I'm going to break you up into groups, and you will view each other's presentation. Again, we're going to stretch that over 2 weeks because these things are much longer. They're 10 to 15 minutes apiece. So we're going to break that up over a period of time. But again, very similar format. All right, excellent. That is all for this week. And any problems, let me know. Any questions, text message me, email, virtual office. Again, we're coming down to the final 3 weeks of your program. So again, if anything comes up, let me know. And as always, thank you for watching.